In this lesson, I'm going to look at reflecting coordinates, and in particular, reflecting in the x-axis and the y-axis. This comes up quite a lot, and it's important to understand how to do this. So let's say we had some coordinates to plot. Let's say I wanted to plot 2, 1. So I'll use this wee red dot. So 2, 1. So that would be 2 along and 1 up. Now I'm going to give this a name because quite often we give coordinates names. So I'm just going to call that coordinate A. Then I'll put another coordinate over here. Let's make it up there. So 4, 3 that would be, 4 along and 3 up. And let's call that coordinate B. Oops. And then I'll have a last one just to make a shape. Let's make it up there. Okay, and we'll call that coordinate C. Right, so I could, that would be 2, 4, wouldn't it? 2 along and 4 up. I could join that up, join those coordinates up and create a nice wee shape. So let's do that. We'll make it into, hopefully you can recognize that as a triangle. Right, imagine the question said, plot all those coordinates, join them up and reflect this in the x-axis. What does this mean? So the first thing is to understand that the x-axis is a line across the way. So if I'm asked to reflect in the x-axis, I'm asked to reflect in this as a mirror line. So this shape's going to go down the way as a mirror image, if you like. Now it's really important to get the distance between the coordinates and the mirror line the same in both sides. So I'm going to start with this one here. So that's 1 box away from the mirror line. So this should be 1 box away from the mirror line to reflect it. Now I can't call it A because I've already got a coordinate of A and that would be confusing. So what we tend to do is we tend to call it A dashed, which is a reflection or an image, just to make it different than the original. And then if I'm moving on to B, if I look at B, I can see that B is 1, 2, 3 boxes away from the mirror line. So I want to go 1, 2, 3 boxes away from the mirror line as well. And I can call that B, but we've already got a B, so I'm just going to call it B dashed. Right, the last one is C. So up here, so I'm thinking that's 1, 2, 3, 4 away from the mirror line. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just move that to there, away from the mirror line. And we'll call that C dashed. And that is pretty much it. That's you reflected that shape. We'll join it up. I'll make it a slightly different colour so it's not exactly the same. Let's make it red this time. Move that over a wee bit. And there you have it. So there is a reflection of the first shape, the blue shape, in the mirror line. Now, let's finish this off by saying let's take the original shape and reflect it in the y-axis. Now the y-axis is up and down the way. So this is going to be a reflection across the way this time. Now the same rules apply. The distance between the dots and the mirror line should be the same in both sides. Let's start with A. So A is 1, 2 boxes away from the mirror line. So we'll do the same. 1, 2. Now we've got a slight issue here in the fact that we've called this A, we've called this A dashed, and we've got a third one. So what am I going to call it? Well, I'm going to call it A double dashed. And you can keep going like this. If you create another shape, it would do A triple dash and so on. Right, let's look at B. So B is away over here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes away from the mirror line. 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes away from the mirror line. And we'll call that B double dashed as well. Okay, last one, which is C. 1, 2 boxes from the mirror line. 1, 2 boxes from the mirror line. And we'll call that C double dashed. Okay, I'll just finish this off by joining them up. Again, I'll make them a slightly different colour. There we have it. Okay, so that is how to reflect in the x-axis and the y-axis and label your new coordinates with dashes.